Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick video here and talk about the appearances that Jehovah's Witnesses like to put on. Now, I'm going to relate a couple of experiences to really show how deep this goes. And both of them come directly from, let me just say, a family member. I'm not going to give out any names, obviously, or anything, because I wouldn't do that to this person. I still respect them. I still love them. But some of the things they do just ain't right. So the first, I guess I'm going to have to say which family member because it kind of is important to the story. It's my father-in-law. So when I was dating my wife, we did things before marriage that typical Jehovah's Witnesses aren't allowed to do. And sorry for the lighting. I work night shift. I'm sitting in the parking lot at work. Going to go in here in a little bit, and there's other cars parking, so you might see lights and whatever flashing behind me. So anyways, my wife and I did stuff we shouldn't be doing before marriage in any good Jehovah Witness relationship. Well, I remember the day we sat down and told her parents. And never once did they ever say, "How could you do this to yourselves? You ruined your relationship with Jehovah." None of that was ever said. It wasn't anything about us whatsoever or what we did. My father-in-law sat there and said, "How could you do this to me?" And he practically screamed it out. How could we do this to him? And I remember sitting there thinking, I'm 21 years old at the time. I'm like, we didn't do anything to you. Now I understand that, being a guy with his daughter, I get that. At the same time, we were well on our way to marriage, and we were going to be doing that anyways. So, what were we doing to him? Absolutely nothing. If you really think about it, absolutely nothing. Now, that was 2004 when that happened. Now, we're going to fast forward to just last year. Okay? My wife and I, we've been married 14 years now at this point, and we had moved to the same state to be with them. I won't say what state either. Well, my brother-in-law, which is on my wife's side, and his wife came to visit us, and I hadn't seen them. Nobody had really seen them, especially in my part of the family, my wife and my kids, for quite a while. So we were excited to see them all. Well, my sister-in-law still lives at home with them. Well, that particular week, they happened to have the circuit overseer visit. And for those of you who don't know, a circuit overseer is basically the manager of the congregations in a regional area. He makes sure that the elders are doing their job, who are also the congregation level managers. But he travels around and makes sure everybody's doing things that they're supposed to be doing. Well, he was visiting, and as any Jehovah's Witness knows, the week that he visits is a big deal. More people show up to the meetings and put on a face and everything, but really he's going through everybody's records anyway, so y'all just are doing a dog and pony show, really. So my sister-in-law, who lived at home, wanted to go out on Saturday with them, because that was the only time they were going to be up, was for that week. My brother-in-law and his wife wanted to go out and do something, and then my wife's sister wanted to go with her brother and his wife to do something on that Saturday. My father-in-law wasn't having that. He goes, you can't do that. And he specifically goes, I have to keep up appearances in the congregation, and you have to be there to go out and service with me on Saturday. So I didn't want to cause problems for anybody, so I didn't say anything. But boy, I want to smack him upside his head. And at this point in my life, I was already awake. I was on my way out. I was planning my escape. I hadn't come out to my wife fully yet at this point, but I was only a couple weeks away from it at that point. But that was just icing on the cake when it comes to reasons why I left. Because that really goes to show that the witnesses care more about appearances and how they look rather than individual choice, individuals' right to make their decisions. And mind you, my sister-in-law, she's in her mid-20s. It's not like she's a teenager. It's not like she's a little child. So she had every right to say, no, I don't want to go out and service on this particular day. CEO or not, it doesn't matter. And yet he had to give her that guilt trip to go with him. And so this is one thing a lot of people really don't understand about the Jehovah's Witnesses. They come knocking on your doors. They are all dressed nice. They're well kept. Kids are looking real good, real slick in their little suits and ties and cute dresses for the little girls. But it's all appearance. They're putting on a public face for you so that way you will be drawn to them. It goes to fact, for advertisement. When advertisers produce something, they don't put ugly people up on advertisements. They put good-looking people. There's a reason for that, because it attracts people to their product. And that's the same thing the Jehovah's Witnesses do. They put on a face to attract people to what they're selling. And for more information on what they're selling and everything, I would recommend checking out jwfacts.com, because that website was written by a former Jehovah's Witness who really put together a great resource for what their beliefs are, how they've changed, how they flip-flopped on doctrine throughout time. And really, for any current Jehovah's Witnesses, any of you thinking about leaving, it's okay to allow yourself to research and find out what this religion is about. Because otherwise, you're going to be trapped in that cult for the rest of your life, and you're going to be subject to the whims of those 8 men in New York, and you're never going to have your true freedom and be able to think for yourself. And you're going to just have to put on appearances and put on smiles and be part of their big dog and pony show that they give to the world to try to make people think that they are true Christians when they're really not. But anyways, that's all I have for you today, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you got any experiences or comments, please put them in the comment section below, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and y'all have a good one. Bye.